Okay, we get this question here and there, but it's worth talking about, especially for people who are on the fence or interested about getting started. Whether I meet them in person or before we meet, there's this thought that before starting the journey within CrossFit or at Railroad CrossFit, I hike, I'm fit, can I just try a class? Or I've done some basic gym things before, whether that be some small class type styles, think like a boot camp style or a cycle class or a butts and guts style class. And while those are great, and it's amazing that folks are finding things to connect with and be active, they're completely different things. And it would be unsafe and unjust on our part to say, yeah, cool, just jump on in. It would be extremely overwhelming. The verbiage alone, you wouldn't grasp. The class speed would move at a rate that would be just overwhelming because you don't have a baseline of comprehension, even though we may think we do. The safety level the unsafe level, I should say, goes so high because we are going to be at times using external objects, bars, kettlebells, dumbbells. We have no perception of current fitness level, the gears in which we can tap into, and how to build that progressively so we can learn to enjoy fitness and embrace fitness. And these are all some of, not all of, the reasons that we first start in a consultation process where we can unpack an individual's goals, unpack an individual's desires, a little bit of background or backstory, because again, let's go back to not knowing anything about this person. Well, what if you've got bad knees? What if you got one ailing shoulder or back problems? Well, yeah, jump into a class and oh my goodness, well, guess what? That class says a total volume of 100 kettlebell swings, and that's not what you should be doing. So for folks out there who are hungry to get started, I can appreciate that. There's a right way, and that may take a little bit longer than folks initially desire, but it's the right way in my opinion. And what that is, after, say, someone wants to get to class, they're a good fit for our culture, for our community, values align, we can help solve the problems that they're looking to solve, and help them achieve what they're looking for. Then we go forward with personal training. We go forward in an exclusive, inclusive, one-on-one environment where we begin to teach the basics of the barbell, compound movements, how to pick something up properly, where your stance is, where your grip goes, how your anatomy moves, where it should move. There's going to be no mirror. You're going to have a coach there. Also, developing that relationship between you and your coach and learning how to take feedback and apply it. That's a life skill that not only lives within the gym, but it's going to transfer outside. So we take the compound movements, picking something up, squatting, pressing things over our head. We introduce movements at particular doses. The body moving in certain ranges of motion, whether that be, example, a kettlebell swing done correctly and targeting the specific intended muscle groups. A burpee, example, the correct, efficient way so we're not overly taxing the wrong muscle groups or wrong joints. At the end of these sessions, there's going to be, based on the coach's real-time interpretation of fitness, because again, I'm fit is very different once you start to mix elements together of lifting with getting out of breath, with moving your body weight. That's different than hiking. That's different than doing some flutter kicks and glute squeezes, and not to negate those things, but it's oranges and apples, and you're going to be tested physically, mentally, psychologically. And the safest way to do that is to do that in that individual environment first, then progress slowly after a certain amount of sessions into the group environment. And I always tell people, think of this like stages of a baby. When you enter the group with humility, you're going to be seeing people from 30 to 65 years old doing extraordinary things. And you're at stage one. And we have to, leave the ego at the door. We're a student. We're here to learn and to progress and to develop skills that will take some time. And we think about this as stages of a baby. The first 3 months are the infancy stage. You're learning even the correct verbiage. Oh, this is 3 rounds for time. So I'm going to do 3 revolutions of all of these movements. And I'm doing that for a time on the clock. And I want to do that as quickly and as efficiently as I can. Oh, today's an interval workout. You're learning movement names. This is a power clean, an introduction to Olympic lifting. This is a box jump. And infancy stage, the most important thing is consistency, is building yourself up to be consistent. Get here 3-4 times a week, whatever you determine is the best fit for you. Be consistent. Learn. Be open. Work at what you're doing particularly and get a little bit better each time, and the fitness will come. You pair that with sound nutrition, the fitness will come, the body will change. You then 3 to 6 months, 3 to 9 months, you move into that toddler stage. You understand things a little better, your body a little better. Slowly your weight starts to increase a little bit because of that comprehension level. And it's different speed for everybody. It's different speeds for comprehension level, for comfort level, for safety level. And then, of course, you graduate to preteen, teen, adult, XYZ through experience. We have people in our facility who've been there from a few months all the way up to 11 years and everywhere in between. And you're going to come in every time. There's going to be structure. There's going to be elements of fun. There's going to be elements of always learning and improving. And how do I take what's on that, the design of the day, and apply it to what's best for me in this moment and have a good time, make some friends, mix in with the community, get better, progress your health, your wellness, your happiness, get stronger, fitter, and happier every single session. So might be a long-winded way to say that is why we don't just say, yeah, jump on in and try a class. Done that mistake before in the past, and it does not serve people well. So we've created a process that allows you to safely start, learn the basics in a comfortable manner, and then slowly ramp up as you enter classes so you can succeed and do this for the long haul.